ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first and hopefully of many S-Team podcasts. I'm Jack Millington. He's pissing himself laughing. That's Mikey Keating. Say hi, Mike.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, that was wow. That was a great introduction, that, Mike.
Start, mate.
And what I'm also going to say is that he is my partner in crime, Mikey. Just at that. But I'm glad to announce, because I didn't actually think that was going to happen, that we've got our good friend Lewis McLachlan, otherwise known as Moggy, with us.
Hello.
Yeah, otherwise that we've got him.
After a long journey trying to pick him up, like.
That's what we can say, because what actually happened was is that thanks to the certain you, Mikey, sitting there in the corner. Basically, what happened was we planned to meet Moggy earlier today.
About 12 o'clock.
Yeah, about 12 o'clock.
Probably picked him up at 12:30. Like.
Yeah, and the reason why it took... Well, it was later. It was like...
No, 12:30.
You sure? Okay. Yeah. Well, we were supposed to meet him at 12, and we left Mike's, which is a tram here, about 20 to 12, was it?
Yeah, 20 to 12 you got there.
20 to 12, and...
Surprisingly, I was up and ready.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised. I was suspecting your backside to be stuck on the bed, but... Anyway, yeah, Mikey got us lost because he said he knew which way Moggy's house was. He said he lived by the Meerbrook, and it turns out Mikey doesn't know how to get to the Meerbrook. We went the wrong way.
I've been here once or twice with family. I didn't actually, put it into the end. I generally don't know where I'm going outside of Portslade. Portslade all the way down to say, I don't know.
Your house.
The edges of Birkenhead. And after that, I get lost.
You know, the worst thing is we were on a parallel road. And the next road to it is where the big road that I know going to Bromborough, and I actually knew where Moggy was in the end. But we're here now, a little bit later than planned, but we are here. We've got a good story. We've got some good stories lined up for you. Don't get off your phone. We've got some good stories lined up for you today. We've got a good show, I think. But the first thing that I definitely think we've got to talk about is Malaysian Airlines.
Well, how long is it now? 4 weeks?
It feels like 4 weeks. How long is it now?
A
month. It feels like three
or 5 weeks.
I think a month. I think we'll go a month. My dad thinks less than that, but he said a month. Oh, I said a month, sorry. I should say that.
It's still too long.
What did you see? What did you find then about Malaysian Airlines? Seeing as you were well prepared for this today.
Hey, I'm always prepared to do it, yeah. Well, apparently the Daily Mirror, which is over there. This is today. You reckon the Chinese patrol ship searching for missing jet black box, black box and stuff, which is actually orange.
Yeah, that's quite weird, that, isn't it? Yeah.
The reason it's orange is so people could see it, but it's called a black box.
I wonder where that would be good to find out where that came from. Actually, keep talking. I'll find out. I'll find out who came up with the name for the black box.
Basically, you reckon he might have found the transmission. Like, he might have found it, but don't know. It's weird, but they reckon they found it in the Indian Ocean, like 2 pulse signals or something. I'm not any of these radar people, but anyone knows it. Just get in touch, either the Twitters. We'll link them in the description later on.
Yeah, I've just found. Yeah, it just says here actually about the black box. It says. It was actually invented by a young Australian scientist by the name of Dr. David Warren, and it was while he was working at the Aeronautical Research Laboratory in Melbourne in the mid-50s.
Melbourne,
mate. Yeah, he was in an air crash, and he got to work on the basic flight data recorder, and then from there, basically, history explains itself. But what I wanted to say about Malaysian Airlines is that it's been 5 weeks and you've only just found the black box.
You don't know what happened. It might not even be that black box.
It might not even be that.
It might be something like 20 to 10, 20 to 30.
A long range of time, right?
Exactly. But you can never. It's one of them. It's confusing because they had contact with them. But they would come coming back towards
Yeah,
Kuala Lumpur, is it? I'm not sure.
I don't know where the flight. I think it was to KL.
It was from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing.
Yeah.
But somewhere across the Indian Ocean, as it was coming across, there's been something wrong.
Well, it's funny because they actually got the flight recording from the actual tower, and it said and it had a map of like when it said so it was from 11:47.
It
was saying
11:47.
No, this is from when the recording was. I think it was like a 2-hour flight, and it said Malaysia is on track. 20 minutes later, it's on track. No, 10 minutes later, it's on track. And then they started getting some weird decoded messages that couldn't be quite. Still not figured out now what the messages were. And then the last message that was sent before it disappeared was "Good night, Malaysia." That was the last message that was sent. And it's funny because what I thought was that, and my dad said this to me, and at first I was like, I wasn't too sure, but the more I thought about this idea that he said, the more I was agreeing with him. And what he said was, do you think this is a cover-up? What do you think?
For what? For what? Exactly.
But that's the point. That's the whole question. But it took them 5 weeks, or however long it is. I know it's quite a long time now for it to. And he said they'd found the satellite imagery of the wreckage. Mike's out of tea. Well done, Mike. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, you made me forget.
Millie's there. You reckon it's like
a cover-up? Yeah. Well, and they said they'd found the wreckage from satellite imagery.
It was only partial, though, wasn't it?
It was partial, and they said they'd searched that area. And they said they'd searched that area, but what actually was, and there are some rumours going around, they deliberately searched in the wrong place. They knew the coordinates of where that flight was found. No, sure. The wreckage might have floated on the waves. It might have moved in that time, but it's so easy to track wave spectrometers at the minute, because that's what they do. Oceanographers all around the world, they measure the waves at what rate they're going at that certain time.
Yeah.
They can easily pinpoint where the next coordination's going to be by the time they get there, and yet they deliberately. Apparently, this is just rumours that are floating around. I'm not saying it's true.
Yeah.
No, and that is true.
You jumped to conclude.
No. But it is something to think about. They've deliberately searched in the wrong place for this wreckage. Now, if that's true, imagine how the families are going to feel.
I know.
I can't imagine what the families are going through right now.
The thing is, I thought the thing that made me quite upset is, I think this when it first happened. There was that girl. That Malaysian girl. And she said, "Oh, come home, Daddy," and stuff like this. And it was like all over Twitter. And just think about how much it affects her. Like, because I think, what time was it? When was it? Arsenal, was it? We were playing against someone, we were like beating them. I'm not sure if it was.
Normally Liverpool do, but carry on.
No, but she was saying, "Oh, Daddy, you'd love this," and stuff like this.
Oh yeah, I know what you're about. Yeah, I remember now.
It kind of hit home. It kind of hit home. Like, cause to be fair, I've had the experience of everyone dies eventually.
Yeah, but
what do you just?
It's mad how it first came about though to say that like an aircraft.
I thought I would find it
in the first week. There was nothing on at all saying. They checked the flight recordings. They checked and it just dropped out of thin air.
He told them a different place, even though the Malaysians knew. It was just to think there's bits of information they will not tell everyone else,
and they still haven't. Because it was hijacked. The plane was hijacked.
How do you know it was hijacked though?
Because that's everyone in the media is all pointing now to the fact that it's hijacked.
It's
the Malaysian air. Wait. They got an insider who said the same thing. Now the insider is
Insider. Sorry.
Whoa, let me make my point.
How the fuck did he get off the plane? Exactly.
No, insider as in from the Malaysian Airlines people who are looking into the case at the minute.
Yeah.
That person's now been sacked.
Great job there.
Wait, that person's now been sacked.
Yeah.
For saying that.
Yeah.
Now, it could be just because, you shouldn't be saying making up false rumours and stuff. That
to give hope.
to give what? No, we're not giving hope. Really, we say someone's taking hope. Oh wow! Of all the things
I
to
don't
say.
know, but like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's to give them a reason to understand what's happened.
Yeah.
Like, say if I went missing, you didn't know what happened.
Well, everyone would be celebrating.
But you know what I mean? You'd be like, okay, where's Mike? Where was he last? Who did you see him with last time?
And we find the trail of BlackBerry messages just popping up somewhere.
Yeah, like, Moggy, help me. Moggy, meet me at Pizza Hut. Oh, yeah. And then just you on your text messages that you never read your phone. But
as you were saying,
it's to be fair, I'm a hard person to push. When it comes to like, you guys see something on the telly, I'm
hard
really
to be moved by something. Yeah.
But when I seen them families coming out crying, I was like,
God, even people now. I mean, I saw an interview yesterday with
Dad,
and he refuses point blank that his son's dead. He says that plane, everyone will be survived on.
Yeah.
And the harsh, and I really hate it, but the harsh reality is,
unfortunately,
they've gone. And I don't like saying that, but I still hope that everyone on this plane. But I just can't imagine it. And it's
I thought after the week or two, okay, they've got a slight chance. They've got a chance they can. There they
after
are.
the first few, it's like.
But when they found those parts, I was thinking,
yeah, they're gone. I mean, I don't want to say it.
Especially in that area of the ocean, like the Indian Ocean,
where it is,
it's
as well.
known to be like really, the waves there, it's really dangerous. See, I'm not stupid. I do read bits of news and everything.
I don't
see
get
what
a hand movements. And what you can't see, ladies and gentlemen, is Mikey when he explains that. Yeah, his hands are all over the place.
It's hard to explain for me because I like to try and emphasize what.
But
So that's one of those thing I'm
but I'm sure Moggy's got something to say about it, hasn't he? Or is he just going to no?
You don't want to comment on it, mate. It's
crazy.
I reckon it'll be one of those things that nobody finds out what happened. Like completely. I reckon it'll be one of those things.
No.
Next 20 years, we'll probably find out.
I think we'll
just
find
something
out.
little like low fuel, bigger than Phil, or damaged wing, or something like that.
It's hard to say really what the
But
cause
if it
could
was
have
the
been.
terrorist, it would say. I think he said those two lads. One Nick.
Someone
I think it was an Italian.
Arrested for plotting behind something about this.
It was like it was two passports. I think one was
Fake ID, wasn't
Italian. No, proper passport.
Oh,
Just
right.
changed the pictures.
it? Fake ID, yeah.
Yeah, basically. I think it was an Italian passport and a Belgian. I'm not sure whether that's right, like, but I'll have to check later. But that's, what was all over the news, like, with these two, I think they were
Trying to pin the blame. And they're still in custody now. And, I mean, I don't think it's a terrorist attack. It might be, it might not be. But where the evidence is pointing at the minute, it could go anywhere. And if it is a terrorist attack, you can't say it's not been covered up. I mean, the way it's been done, I'm not saying credit where credit's due, that's not the right thing to say, but the way they've done it and make it that, how a plane can disappear like that, it's just beggars belief.
They can't say it was a mechanical or an electrical fault, because it was they worked out it was manually turned off.
Yeah.
The trackers and everything.
Yeah. You can't turn them off, you've got to smash them up. That's the way.
Exactly. I'm not an aeronautical, like, amazing, like, know-it-all engineer or anything.
Moggy
And now
over there.
Like,
Mikey got a big word.
Yeah. Big word, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I know us three are amazing. Like, you're going into, accountants. I'm doing whatever, and he's stuck in that. Nobody knows what he's doing. Probably work on Corporation Road in the next 5 years, but no cares, mate. Yeah.
At least he'd sell.
Bastard. But yeah, I think that like the one the big story in that hit me the most is there's a couple, a Chinese couple. They were living in Malaysia. They were all happy. They just had a child. I'm not sure how the child was, but they were going over to Beijing to
On
show.
the flight, yeah.
Yeah, to
Is
show.
it MH370? I think that's the flight name.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
Malaysian Airlines
Yeah.
370.
What's the H in the Malaysian Airlines? Actually, really? I think it's a code name. I think that's.
Like.
I don't know. Carry on anyway.
But yeah, and it was like the first time she'd seen the baby in real life.
Hmm.
And all disappeared, didn't it?
Was the kid on the flight?
The kid, that, his son, daughter-in-law.
And was the mother on the flight?
No, the mother's in Beijing.
Oh, right.
She was waiting for them.
Yeah, sad that. Isn't it? It's on another way.
But like, hope,
I do
I'm not
hope.
one to douse hope, but I hope.
I do hope.
I
so.
hope they tear up. I'd like to see that.
I can't picture it, and it's.
But something needs to be done about that. The Malaysian government.
There is something like that.
I'm not a person for politics, but there's something dodgy about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not to tell people the truth.
I don't know.
And
Which is just more comes back to a cover-up, doesn't it? The more you think about it, the more it leads back to a cover-up. It could be, it might not be, but there is one thing I did see on not on Malaysian Airlines website, and it was only just found in it like a few days after, and it said on Malaysian Airlines had a picture of a 737.
Oh, fake it was so.
And all you could see underneath was "Get lost in mid-space," and you were just like, "Oh!" I was sitting there, just thought, "Wow, that's a bit too soon."
I bet your advertiser run on straight onto that. Just change that.
That got took down so quickly, but not before it went viral. It's all over Facebook and everything.
But I'd like to see if they come out. I'll be happy for them. But at least if we can find where they are, it's something that could put the others at rest, so that people can get on with their lives. That would be nice to
hopefully,
see,
if there is a resting place, then they can get on with their lives both ways.
Wherever you believe.
I will.
Whatever you believe in.
Yeah.
Hopefully the best place that you believe.
Yeah, the best outcome.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll end on with is that there was a joke about it, and I'm not mocking the dead here. That's not what I'm saying.
I don't think the joke. It's whatever jokes are with it. I just don't think it's right.
I know it's not right.
Say, if, for example, what happened if it was a British Airways plane and this happened?
You guarantee the trolls would still come off.
No, but still, it's not right.
It's not right.
Still offended. Say, I'm not saying everyone's really annoyed over it.
I mean, because loads of people have been going like, "Oh, hide and seek champion 2014" and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they said that about Bin Laden and that, didn't they?
Oh, he got caught.
Yeah, but it took everyone like so many years.
And they should have caught him.
But the way he did it was so clever.
Oh,
the way he got away with it, he was right next door to the fucking Pakistani secret. No, the academy.
Oh right.
The army academy. He was literally right next door.
Yeah,
Where the
500 meters or something away from.
And you never knew.
It's like
a pure barricade, like compound and everything.
Closest.
And you're never going to suspect Bin Laden just sitting in there watching telly, is he? Sitting there with his PS2, like, alright mate, yeah, so...
Because the army came so close to catching him, didn't they, in the Bora Bora Mountains? They just let him... I think it was like
American,
5 minutes out of catching him.
Back in news crews as well, they went to go interview him.
Yeah.
And they went to interview him and record him and everything.
And then when the recording went out, they were shot at dawn.
Really?
Probably. Because if that came, either MI5 or Secret Intelligence got to them first,
let's get to it.
and interviewed them, asking where the location was, or Bin Laden's henchmen shot him.
Don't know me, because I get wound up over this side of things.
Anyway, all I was going to say to end is that there's more chance of them finding the Malaysian Airlines than Arsenal winning a trophy in the next 10 years.
There's a better chance of Everton getting into the Champions League. Why?
They win today.
You know what?
They beat Arsenal. They're in that top four.
Speaking of a mate the other day, he's a big Everton fan, but he respects you. He wants us to win the league.
Which makes a change.
Wait, no, but to be fair,
Which makes a change.
Yeah.
All Everton.
no, but it's nice though,
Yeah.
like to have an episode and go, you know what? I hope he's win the league. You know what I mean? That'd be nice.
Mm.
But
Really?
He's more than that.
said that.
yeah, what drugs was he on? Yeah, yeah, just a bit of gear back though. No, I'm joking.
Just to say, it's 0-0 between Everton and Arsenal. It's only 4 minutes in. By the time people start listening to this podcast, they'll know the result. Or something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got another couple of other stories lined up. What have you got, Mike?
This one is actually quite. It's just come out the past 5-10 minutes.
Oh, right.
Anyone who's interested in running half marathons,
Me myself, I did the Santa Dash.
Yeah, okay.
I've done it a few times now.
Next one, happy for you. Me on the other hand, me and this one, right?
Otherwise
2
known as
years,
Moggy.
yeah, right. Was 3 years we've done it. The doing a ball, 15 miles.
I'll do that with you this year. So.
Oh, mate, no, I'm not big. I'm not doing it this year.
I am.
What are you doing?
Me?
You can't just put yourself down as the charitable trust fund, go the Jack Millington charitable trust fund, Michael Keating director, yeah. So if I get done for yeah.
That's alright. What were you saying though,
No,
Charlie? Go on.
basically, when was it started? 2-3 years ago, wasn't it? Like, we just randomly tear out and fuck it, trying to do the World War. Yeah, so. This is like when I first met him, like. I thought he was like 16, 15, like same age as us. He literally looked that age.
Moggy is the baby of the group.
Like, everyone was like, oh, I want you and all this, and he's like, 14. I'm like, nah, fuck off, mate. You're 16. Like, because he's literally just sitting there all quiet and everything. And then you got Tom Harris just like, right next to me, was like, fucking hell.
You were saying that.
Yeah,
before you get too distracted
basically,
and go down memory lane.
anyone who personally knows me, I'll say it's like, with the experience when I was like,
You're not coming out to us.
No. I was with the cadets. That's how I originally met you. And, so, basically, we decided, okay, we'll do something useful. 15 miles, chance to get out. It's a decent day. Plus, it's for something decent.
Yeah, it's a chance.
So, we did it for the Royal Rangers Charitable Trust Fund and stuff, and I think we had about 90 quid. And
Not bad.
90 quid on the first year. And we got a nice letter off from you. Thank you very much and stuff like that.
That's nice.
So we've still got it out, surprisingly. Yeah, and but then the second time we raised £100, but it was just me and you, because the first one we had a team of 4. So much. That was awful. That made me look fast. I'm sorry.
No,
I
really,
don't
Wow,
know if you did.
wow, that's slow.
Me and him managed to walk from the start to 5 miles in what, half an hour? No, not half an hour, like an hour or 2. They were 3 miles behind
That's quite
us.
slow. Nonetheless, that is quite
No,
slow walking.
No, we're walking. We've got like full bags by this.
Oh.
We like water. We use something to keep us going through the day. You
Probably not like 4
Nutrient.
of these.
No, but we were alright. We hadn't touched water or anything. We just go. But these two were just. They were like 2 guys. We phoned them like, where are you? He's like, oh, we've just passed this like this cafe. That's 2.5 miles back.
Oh, is that on the front?
Yeah.
Oh, I know where it is.
Do you really
yeah,
build
yeah,
like,
I know.
towards you go past Perch Rock and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you have to wait about 10-20 minutes for them to get like a mile. And you start walking. And then we're having dinner and like literally we were taking the piss. Literally just sat there and a full on, you just sit there, what do you know, we had it all. Right. And these walk past. Where have you been? As soon as they went to sit down for the dinner, we just literally got up, put our stuff in the bag and what.
So,
But it took.
where's this going then?
Never do that. We're walking more than 2 people.
Okay, so this story's broken out in the last 15 minutes
Yeah.
of something that was 3 years ago.
Yeah. But it was nice to do something there, though, wasn't it? Just to get a letter off them saying, thanks for that, and we do appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's going to help guys who, done what, served the country, unfortunately, you've been wounded or lost limbs. or whatever, this money,
Yeah, it goes
will
to help
go to
raise
help them. So, yeah, someone said like, funny news, which I kind of find quite funny, is the Sheffield Half Marathon being cancelled.
Why?
You run out of water.
What?
You ran out of water.
Okay.
How'd you run out of water? It's Britain, for God's sake. It rains every day. You just put a bottle out for I don't know, put a big scoop out or something, like a box.
Oh right, so you're just thinking, right, we'll just go to like the local Sheffield River, just get like a bucket, not desanitize it or just like filter it. No, we'll just give him river water.
No, get it all clean and stuff.
You'd think,
But no, when it's forward, when
does
it rains.
it say why, how they ran out of water?
Sheffield decided to cast day after they cancelled at last session because there wasn't enough drinking water for runners.
Was that due to
Says rebel runners were told to remove their numbers as they embarked on their renegade race. Some people set off but were told to take their numbers off. He said in the hindsight they shouldn't have.
So
I remember the club said I was in front for the few first miles and we literally had to take our numbers off and run on the pavement to avoid being physically stopped by the police. So that basically means the people with money, they've been helping out, but the people that want to run it for a cause. Typical.
So it was a renegade, so basically loads of renegade runners jumped onto it. Oh.
I pulled out at a local swimming pool because I thought we were going to end up in confrontation with the police. So basically they've stopped part way because there's no water and the police are just probably going to stop them.
Why are the police going to stop them?
But any money they've had to pay to enter that.
Why were the police going to stop them?
Because they haven't got the numbers on. Because they got told to take them.
Okay, that sounds just like a really bad preparation.
But you know what makes me laugh is any money they've had to pay stupid amounts to get that number. You've spent ages
to be honest with you, to enter a marathon isn't actually as expensive as you might think.
No, but still, wouldn't you be annoyed? You've just paid what? Tenner.
Well, it was a
10 quid.
It was an entry fee of a tenner to get in a Santa dash, but your money goes to charity anyway.
Yeah,
so that's fine.
10 to 15 quid to enter, and all your water. And I haven't bothered their ass to make sure you look the right stuff. When you see your ass,
that is
the
quite.
First thing you're going to do is you're going to phone up and go, I want your money back.
No, you wouldn't. No,
I would.
I would not do that to charity. If
it wasn't charity, if it was
you, if you were just running competitively,
yeah,
I'd
see my ass.
But if that's for charity,
I'll go on. Let's go to charity,
as long as they get the money.
Let's go to charity. Let's go Connects.
Which, funnily enough.
Oh, this is a funny.
Funnily enough.
Oh my god. Right.
And I can't believe this. Mikey doesn't actually know.
This is Mike's Twitter moments, boys. Right. This stage is where I'm going to go out, find random stuff on Twitter, save it to my phone, and
naturally,
generally talk about it. If that's alright with you. So.
Yeah, we've got to make sure that you're. As long as they're not offensive.
Right. I'm against all that.
Just read the headline out.
Right.
Don't say it, just read it.
It's just so. Right. So anyone that randomly goes, anyone that likes the Oddcast, Simon Lame and Lewis Bradley and people like them, if they like him on Twitter, they've probably seen it. But for those who don't know who he is or whatever, generally on Twitter yesterday.
Did they post this?
He posted this on his Twitter.
Alright, okay.
And took it. No, I think he's still got it on there, I'm not sure.
This is funny, compared to the scene in American Pie.
Right. Apparently, this is in, I think it was last week's paper. Last week's paper?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, last week's paper. A man from Cheshire, right, he's going to sue Greggs, right, because he bought a pasty, and because he had sex with the pasty.
No, it gets better.
Right, it boiled his belly. So he's suing for damages, apparently. I'm not even joking. The sales manager from Cheshire is planning to sue Greggs because he had sex with her. I find that quite funny. Just the fact someone's actually bothered to put that in the national paper of they want to sue Greg because they got busy with a pasty.
How would you even go?
How lonely
How would
must
you? How
be?
would, yeah. How can you sit there and go? See that pasty?
I want that. No, it's like, do you know when you see people
No,
like,
and his mate, if his mate was there, he's probably thinking, oh, you
Oh,
must
he's
be
gonna
hungry.
eat that,
Then
yeah.
he walks
Goes
out
out
the
of the
room,
way.
comes back in like flipping Jim from American Pie with his dad. American Dad, American Pie, what am I about?
do you know when people say, I want that ass? Like girls or gay, well, I don't know, whatever people say too. He's probably like, I want that pasty. No, but can you imagine his mate's going, oh, pasty again?
Is it a cheese and ham pasty? Have you confirmed that it's a cheese and have you verified?
It doesn't state, but, you know, it probably, I don't know,
Maybe
like
it
whatever
was just a
pasty.
ham pasty, I'd never know.
Yeah.
And it
Let's say it was a cheese bun you want, right? And he's
No,
got.
let's not talk about.
Okay, let's move on to
No. I'm going to talk about my next two, I think.
Oh, this is just going to be funny.
No, I'm gonna rein back in. And
when you say you're thinking about
give-
something, it's either dangerous or
no. It's
serious.
actually genuinely. It's kind of serious.
Yeah, what knows?
It's kind of a rip-off. I think you might know what I'm on about.
By any
you
chance,
men-
is it EA Sports?
No, it's not EA Sports.
Oh,
But
okay.
you're not far out, to be honest with you.
Is it EA?
No, it's nothing to do with game. Well, it's not to do with gaming, but
Oh.
it'll be featured in a game. Let's put it that way.
Give me a clue.
No, I'm just going to tell the listeners. Like, I'm not doing this. So, I want to talk about, you know, many years ago we had Umbro, the legendary kit makers of England. You're going to know what I'm on about now.
I know what you're on.
Don't say it. Right? Umbro, the legendary kit makers of England. And they made decent England kits. There weren't many that were bad, to be honest. I can't think of many.
My favourite one was, I think it was 04.
Was it the red one or the white one?
Was it when Rooney came in? Were they doing it still then? Weren't they?
Yeah. Nike have only just taken over.
Yeah. I reckon they were cracking kits.
Umbro were great.
I thought they were cracking.
And the best thing about Umbro is that they actually matched the England t-shirt, well, the England kits, alongside with the Premier League kits at the same price. So the Liverpool shirt was back. Well, just when they were last in, it was 45 quid, and England shirts were 40 quid. When Umbro, they were 5 quid cheaper. Bear in mind, Liverpool are worth £5 more than England, to be honest. But probably not back then. But
this is the FA. These are a bunch of robbing bastards.
This is actually not to do with the FA.
It is.
No,
They
endorsed the contract, but they don't set prices.
Their logos on it.
The logos on it, but doesn't mean they set the price.
Nike bastards. They're not moaning.
No, they're not.
They're like, bring in the monies, boys. I want my Lamborghini. Come on, bring in the monies. I want my Maserati limos and everything, yeah.
What?
Did you know that? You can get Maserati limos.
Okay, that's something.
And Maybachs, which...
Maybach.
They
suck.
They
suck. They
300 grand, yeah, but...
They wobble around like jelly. Anyway, Umbro made great kits, and then Nike came along, and the first kit they made was quite decent. Why have you got a picture of a random dog in a shoe?
I don't know.
Trying to keep it on track here, Mike. And Nike came along, and the first kit they did was quite good, and they kept it the same price. This time, though, no, the minimum price for a kid.
40 quid. Yeah.
No, it's even worse. It's 50 quid for the full. I think it's just for the t-shirt for a kid. Yeah. This is, bear in mind, this is like up to 5-year-old.
Can I just say so? The kid's gonna fucking grow out of it.
The kid's gonna... And you're paying...
So the fuck is it?
50 quid for an England shirt. For a kid. And that's not even the worst thing.
For
a full adult... For the full... No, shut up, this is my story. For a full adult one... For a full adult... England t-shirt. For a full England penis. For a full England... t-shirt, 90 quid. That's the worst. That's
the player replica. You have to read the difference between that one and the one that should be the one everyone gets. You know the difference?
No, go on.
It's got a little bit of material that keeps the players cool. I'm sorry, when they're on 400, 500 grand a week, Why should we be bothered? Like, look, if they're cool, hot. That's what water was invented for.
Invented for?
Oh
well, the inventor of water was a Sir Michael Keating in 1400 BC.
No, but that's what's there for. That's the whole science of it. Have the water. Like Germany, it was really hot. They still got on with it. Half of them had really quite thick material on the shirts.
Yeah.
In Germany.
Yeah, with Beckenbauer.
Yeah, they still have water.
I know.
Could we turn around and go, well, we want 90 quid for this.
But I still
But
don't...
60 quid for the stadium one?
Have you seen the shirt, though? 90
Yeah.
quid. There's nothing on it.
There's no
There's
difference.
a tick, an England logo, and a number.
See what the lad Bible did?
No, it didn't.
They basically turned around and said, the cheap England
And they genuinely turned round, did they? They actually physically moved their body.
Shut up, you.
I've actually found a lot of people from Birkenhead who've got a bit of sham about them.
Oh, sorry.
Actually all say turn round, which is something I only thought it was him.
Yeah. Literally.
There's a plain white t-shirt and it drew on
Yeah.
England logo.
Did you see it,
and
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
It
was
said
it.
like shit, $14.99 England badge, £1. And it's like where the nice shirts was,
Yeah.
it said equals like is it like math art or something, one of them clothes shops. Or
Yeah, Macron.
There's many.
Macron, isn't it?
Yeah, there's many available. Just
Lad Bible going to get their own retail England shirts out.
yeah.
The what?
And then it said you could get the England badge, right, off eBay for £1. And all you've got to do is turn it off.
My mum does selling cups. You could do that for me.
Can that do what me?
No!
It just takes a
It
minute.
beggars belief how you could charge for a simple England shirt,
It's
90
American.
quid. No, you see,
It's
I'm
American. That's all I'm saying.
It's rip-off.
It's American. That's all I'm saying.
Well, this coming from the secret American.
Right, because I like the fundamental part of
America.
American cars.
America in one photo in one of those little, like, trolley things. You're falling down the
Like
side.
M60 or whatever, the American flag hanging off.
America.
No, but, don't get me wrong, I want to go to America. I want to be able to go, well, I've been here.
Yeah.
Because
That's
not many
really
people go,
No, that's true.
you know what I mean? But, like, I like the cars, the Mustang, the V8s, the Camaros.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Wow,
trucks.
wow, come on.
pickup.
Wow. That is
Right.
actually, we won't talk about that now, but I must
That'll
mention
be
to
the
everyone
next
who
one.
listens.
That'll
No,
be that'll be the next podcast. We could do that.
Not maybe not maybe in the future, but if you probably won't know this, but me and Mike have a massive row over Mustangs and Camaros. He's a Mustang fan. I can't blame him. I'm a Camaro fan because they're just better.
Boggy's just the Challenger. Chasing the Challenger is in between. It's a bit of GM and it's a bit of Ford. Nobody hates them, but nobody likes them at the same time.
But the one thing I know everyone criticising Nike over 90 quid, ridiculous price, and it is a disgusting price, especially for working class people who can't afford it, such as ourselves. But I will commend them on one thing: they brought the red strip back. That's what I'll say, because the red strip is the best England strip. We won the World Cup in it. We always win the big matches in the red strip. And the fact is, the red strip is the English rose. Why have we not got red for a home kit?
So, you talk about how pathetic the English show was, or were you sucking a knob again?
No, I just said I'd commend them on one thing.
No, but
Red. I'm sorry. I'm not
one
going
red strip. You can go to any clothes shop, get a red shirt, England patch, Nike fucking tick thing or whatever you call it,
I wouldn't.
and you could sit there.
I'm not saying.
England. You could write your name on the back for like 50p from shop or Sharpie or wherever you get it from.
You're thinking.
I don't care.
Firstly,
But it's
Sharpies
just-
cost more than 50p.
It's been years since I bought one.
Secondly, I wouldn't buy an England shirt. They're too expensive. That's what I'm not saying. I'm just saying at least they brought the red kit back. And the home kit should be red. And the away kit should be white. But that's personal opinion. Now, I'm going to move on to my next story. And I'm not going to talk about it that long. We all know of Craigslist. We all know the crazy stories of Craigslist.
Molly's homepage.
Molly's homepage. I'm just laughing with him. Humour him. We all know Craigslist, and I'm going to talk. This is brilliant, actually. Not so much funny, but it's brilliant what he did. This guy he saw an advert for the PS3, and it was advertised for 80 quid. And you know, it's 120 gig PS3 for 80 quid. Brand new. That's a cracking deal. You'd go for it, wouldn't you? You'd definitely go for it. He's not even speaking, he's just nodding. No one knows he's there. Yeah, he thinks everyone's probably thinking he's gone off and made tea.
Hey, Mark, can you make tea?
Yeah, go on.
Go on then, mate, yeah.
No! After the podcast. But 80 quid deal, and he emailed the contact, and he went, yeah, sure, give me my contact details, we'll talk over the phone. He went, yeah, I'll order a mail order to you, and you'll get your PS3, and you give me 80 quid over PayPal. PayPal's fine, it's a secure place. But he said, I'll give you the money first, and then I'll
You never do that.
that's the first mistake. Which is the first mistake. Shush. The first mistake. But obviously, this package didn't show up. The PS3 didn't show up, but it was genuine. But the guy must have just thought, "Ooh, well, he's giving you the money. I might as well send it and sell it again to someone else." Which he actually did, but he got caught on eBay. But that's a different story altogether. This guy, though, the guy was so pissed off with what happened. He sat there and he thought, I'm going to get this guy back. But because he's of a religious face, I can't remember, I think he's Catholic. He didn't want to fight or anything. So what he did,
no.
And this is brilliant.
Did you know that Catholic act doesn't fight?
I know, but he's one of them
the
type...
Catholic Church is the... Look at the ages.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mikey Keating's views on religion.
Oh, that's fucking... That others.
No, yeah. But anyway, as I was saying, he didn't want to fight, and we don't want to fight, but he wants to get revenge. So what he did was, he went online on his phone and he copied and pasted the whole New Testament of the Bible into one text message, which is what he can do because he's got one of them phones. So he can have unlimited characters in one text message. I think it's in like a Samsung. I think it's a Galaxy Tab 3 actually.
Good for some, isn't it?
Put it all in one message and sent the guy the message. The guy who's got that, whose phone can't separate that into one text, so he gets 27,486 individual text messages going off in his phone every 5 seconds. I just thought that's and you know the best thing? The best thing, because he has I think he said he had an iPhone. He only stores so many text messages.
Like mine.
So he can delete them all, and he can group delete them all. So like I think it's 250, like you said.
Yeah.
And then the next 250 come through. There you got to delete each one, and he's got to delete the next one, and then 26,000 individual. I just thought that's the best way to get. Don't mind fighting. Never mind, killing people. Just text people the Bible.
Yeah,
that might be the best way of getting kids to read the Bible. Send it through text message. It's like, all right, kid.
It's like that.
Jesus died for our sins. No, because you don't go to.
I went to the religious.
I know you went.
So biased.
Pleasanton does not count as a religious school.
It's so biased.
It should be. It should be, but it's
so
not.
Biased to the point. All religions think the top of each other, don't they?
No.
This is better, this is that.
No, they are different.
No, but they like to see themselves as like kind of higher.
I'd say people are like that in religions, but not the general consensus. I think that's just because a lot of people who've come out and saying they are Christian, Catholic, or Islam, whatever.
I respect anyone that.
And I do respect, they have their faith. I don't believe in God. I am a utopian. That's a matter of fact.
Firstly, you ask me, you're dead, you drop in the fucking ground, 6 foot under, end off, next person, please. That's basically the way I see it. But Moggy's just confused because he just doesn't know what the fuck day is or what the fuck he's doing.
Evolution?
Yeah.
It's the best way to be. That is genuinely the best way to be.
No. I've got a funny story for you, anyway, speaking of evolution. Right,
I know you're 2 steps down from the man, but what have you got to on?
You're not exactly the man. You're 1 step down, mate. So sure.
Oh no, it's
Right, I was reading this thing the other day, like this article. Right, in America,
who was
it's like
the website?
What
was the website?
I can't remember.
If it was Huffington Post, then you're okay.
I really can't remember. But I was literally walking into it and thought, oh, what's this? And in America, I think it was a couple of years ago, I don't know why I didn't notice it earlier, but in America, they've noticed that before they go, what happens if we can train monkeys to not climb the ladder, go for the bananas or something like that? So he said, okay, there we go. So he put five monkeys, right? Five monkeys in the enclosure.
Yeah.
And if they were trying to go up the ladder, we'd hit them. We'd be like,
so that's harsh.
No, I don't know why. I was like, what the hell? We'd hit them, so they learned not to go up the ladder. See, there you go, we'll try this with others. So he took one monkey out, and he replaced it. That monkey went to try again, all the monkeys beat the shit out of him. Out of this one monkey, so it learned, don't go up the ladder. No one's to go up the ladder. So how did they get up to the ladder? They didn't. They changed the ones that they put in originally.
Oh, okay,
and each time they put a new one in, they went for the bananas, they just beat the shit out of this monkey. And in the end, once they took all the originals out, and they'd add other ones, basically, they'd just do it. And you reckon if you would ask the monkeys, why are they doing that? They'd go, if they could talk, they'd probably just say, we don't know. It's just what happened when we talked. When we came in, we just got the crap beat out. That's what they reckon. Is it psychology or whatever? You're the shrinks.
You're psychologists.
That's the one. Well, that's what they reckon. Because their minds are like ours.
Psychologists' minds aren't like ours.
No,
especially our us three.
Like monkeys in general. Because apparently, came from
like 80% genetics-wise, anyway.
Yeah, but they reckon our brains, like say, if we figure out, say, I know that wall brick. I can't
It's
run
probably
through it.
not. It's probably plastic.
You know what I mean? It's a wall.
yeah, I know what you mean.
If I try running it,
you'll probably go through it knowing knowing
but,
how shoddily this house has been built.
Let's say it's a brick wall, right? I'm going to try and run through it, aren't I? Once or twice. Okay, I'm not going anywhere.
Once or twice? You mean one? In fact, not at all.
no. If I was from that space, okay, that's a walk. Can I run through it?
Yeah,
can
I go through it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're going to know. Okay, I can't run through this. So someone else comes in and goes, well, you can't run through that. They're going to try it, aren't they? You go, oh, actually, you can't run through it. And then the next person's going to, and you're just going to keep telling.
Okay.
And then you take them out. Like, say they take me out and put you in. If you're the second person and he does it, you go, well, wait there. You can't run through the wall.
Okay.
Because you just hit. And then he's going to do it and go, okay, that actually hurts. And then take you out, replace us two. And then he tells them. It's just a constant.
Yeah. It's quite weird.
It's like a circle.
Do you think at the time though they'd figure out how to get to the banana without using a ladder?
Oh no.
That sucks, doesn't it?
Like, shit, son. I need that banana.
So anyway, you got any other stories? I've got one more, but I'll leave it to last.
I actually have more. Oh shit. I think we should talk about movies.
Why?
Why saying this snippet? Oh, it's talk about movies, games.
Yeah, I know, but
right,
I mean, what did we see?
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed. That's what was great.
I'll give it.
I'll give it a little.
I'll give it a 7.
I don't know if you've seen it. No, Maggie's not seen it.
It's amazing.
Well, it is for us car fans.
I thought Aaron Paul did a great job in that.
I think it was brilliant. I didn't think,
is it his first theatre role? Like, in a movie?
Because I know since Breaking Bad, I think, yeah.
I've never watched Breaking Bad.
No, I've not.
Anyone, I don't care what you say, but I've never been interested in... Don't you start!
He makes crystal meth now, so...
Yeah.
So nonchalant when you said that.
Yeah. What? I was going to stuff retail for it.
What, you're going to do it like, you're going to change like different colours of it so it can retail to kids? Mike's Crystal Meth Shop. Buy now from the back of JJB.
Sitting there with like cereal packets at Mike's Special Stores.
Kids all off on their heads on Crystal Meth.
Yeah. It's like, what did you have this morning?
But anyway,
Mike's Special Stores! Jumping out windows and something.
Just climbing up your windows.
I'll never forget that.
Oh, but what I will say, I didn't think that film would be that any good. Honestly, I went into
the cars were nice. I actually thought, like, okay, it's got a Mustang in it.
Whatever you do, don't tell everyone what's going on.
No, what I'm saying, the cars, I thought it would be a bit overrated. It's trying to
Trying to be something it's not.
In my mind,
Trying to be a better version of Fast and yet it was a better
it was
version
built
of Fast and
on
Furious.
the game. Because apparently the new one, you have a cop or robber. Cop or
it kind of follows
cop or racer. Sorry,
it kind of follows the Need Speed Run.
Hop and shoot.
No,
It's a bit of hop and shoot,
but a bit of the run.
Yeah.
More like the run. It's more
Yeah.
based on the run, but
it's the other way round.
Yeah.
Like where's
It's
that
a good-
San
it's a-
Francisco?
it's a good film. I didn't think it'd be any good. I thought it'd be terrible.
I thought the actors were good.
But I thought it was. No, I mean, I
I
know
like the
you like the.
black dude.
I knew you were going to say it. I was just
The
about.
black dude was so
But the
funny.
thing with that is though, he's a stereotypical black dude in the film. Oh wait, go guys, let's go! It's like that type of black guy, and you get them in loads of films.
Who's the one that played the bomb one? No, it's
But just to let you know, there is a side podcast coming up soon called Mikey's Birdwatch. If you ever want to tune into that. But anyway,
it's not happened.
no, it'll be on YouTube. You'll have a camera and everything.
How goes?
Are you going after the guys on the Birdwatch? But as no, but I've got to say, if I was to give it a good review, I'd say that it was a better version. It was better than Fast and Furious 6. It was more realistic. It was brilliant. I think for us car fans,
Like me,
any car fan would love it. But I think those who aren't car fans, I don't think would like it. I don't think it's. I think people would look at it and say the plot's a bit stupid. I mean, the bit where I can't say this. I can't actually say it because it's not ruining the plot. The bit when they're in the three Agueras and the guy why? And he blows up and he dies in the thing.
No,
And he blows up and he dies.
aerodynamic.
No, I'm not talking about that. In a real race, you would not stop.
I would.
At the finish line, he has to stop and get out. He stops. Aaron Paul stops, get outside the bridge and goes, no!
No, sorry.
If the finish line's 20 metres away, you'd finish and then turn around.
Are you actually listening to what he's saying?
Yeah,
And he's agreeing with me.
Sorry. Let me just put this to perspective, boys. Right? If we do race that they actually get me licensed, God help us all and stuff, right? We're driving your
I
ball.
think God's going to reject you,
Yeah.
to be honest.
You looked that way. Fucking hell.
No, I'll run away from that one.
It's like, next one. No, but say if like we were doing the same, if it was me that crashed, would you turn around or would you just keep going from one?
If it was...
Exactly.
No, hang on. It depends. If we weren't like close to the finish, it wasn't start, I would try and drag you out, yes.
No, but if we're close to the finish, would you let me... Would
if
you
it
go
was like
for the
500 metres, if I was to do I would do it in your honour, yes.
You turn around.
And then turn around.
You bellend, man.
No, Mikey's just like, oh, I'll stop you, well, fuck you, Jack. I'm just going to drive over the finish line.
No, but I actually, but I like the bit where you talk about they made it more.
They made it more focused on cars, which I think
That's what fast they've lost that.
No,
The first and the second one were great.
No, the first 5 were brilliant.
First three.
Well, that's going to be that's always going to be contrast and opinion between me and you.
Number 1.
I think I liked.
Number 1 was a stepping stone. Number 2 and number 3 were the daddies.
No, I don't agree with Tokyo Drift. I don't.
Number 5 was great though. I love number 5.
I like 6. I loved 6, but I won't deny it was bloody stupid.
I was pissed off.
It was
I was
so.
like, what the hell?
The minute when Toretto catches Letty in midair, just thinking real life, he'd have just just killed.
Oh, what CGI was using?
I know. I was just sitting there. He's just like, wow, how can you?
I thought it was funny. But
it was good.
Hey guys, they got a tag.
I enjoyed it because it was. Stupid. That's why I like it.
I must go for it.
I'm going to go see the 7th one.
I'm going to see it just in honor of Paul Walker.
You're going to do. I'm going to see it.
I want to see it properly.
Paul Walker, but I'm going to go see it anyway.
I think everyone's still saddened by. It's
too soon. He's 40 and he died. It's too soon.
He was. You don't get this.
Ironic how he died.
I found out, right, that he was supposed to be because they were thinking of bringing out
you found
the
out.
Hitman.
You found out. What from your sources?
Wikipedia.
When you say sources, when I say sources, I mean brown sauce.
Okay.
And HP.
Do you remember Hitman as a kid?
Yeah.
You know, Blood Money and Silent Assassin. Well, they were going to bring another. They had the film with, who was it? Timothy.
I don't know. I've never watched it.
It's good. You'll enjoy it.
I know there's another one coming out.
That was supposed to be Paul Walker. He was
He
supposed to
was
play
been- he was
Agent
been-
47. He was
Oh, what were
supposed.
you going to say? He's going to play Hitman?
He was. That's Agent 47. Hitman. Hitman's just the
The
name
bald
of
guy.
the franchise. The character
I cannot.
Agent 47.
No offense, but I could never have seen him playing Hitman. I could not.
He actually looked decent.
I'd have
He
gone
had-
to have
he
seen-
had a shaved head.
I'd have gone to have seen it, but I just can't imagine it. I just cannot imagine him being.
But to be fair, the Fast and the Furious, it's lost. It's like it used to be cars. And it's what
It's
got
more
me into.
heist. It's more heists now.
It got me into the whole
But they said they were
street
going.
racing. How amazing that! And then they had Need for Speed Underground 2 and Most Wanted and stuff. They go in and go, whoa, this is just amazing.
I think that's a parallel, that, to be honest, because when Fast and Furious came out, it was like the street racing scene was massive, and
Yeah.
all the Need for Speed came.
They were
came out,
going
and
into it.
They were sort of, and now since that buzz about Fast and Furious is gone, Need for Speed's gone with it, and the thing that's replaced it is probably at the minute.
Bullshit.
No,
I'm sorry, bullshit.
no,
But the crew,
the crew that.
that will bring it back, right?
No, the thing with the crew is that it's not so much street racing, even though you are like doing the same thing. The thing with the crew, it's going to be so good. It looks amazing, and if you listen, I will put like gameplay trailers in the description for this.
Yeah.
Go and check this game out because it is going to be probably the game of maybe the
Yeah.
year. Depends whether Gran Turismo 7 comes out. Now I know you don't like GT because you're a Forza fan.
I've lost interest in Forza.
Well, that's
I'm not even joking.
fantastic.
Yeah. Well, think about it. You look at these games and you think, well, okay, you want to enjoy it.
I enjoy
A year later, they bring on new.
Forza have come out too quickly. I think Gran Turismo
Yeah.
did it right.
They were doing right first. They did
Was it every 2 years, Forza?
both of them were every 2
No,
years.
no.
No.
GT1 came out in '98. GT2 came out in '99. Then they waited 2 years for the PS2, and then GT3. 2005 was Gran Turismo 4. 2010 was GT5, and last year, 2013, was GT6. They've always had a period apart from GT1 and 2, only because the PS1 was so easy to add
Oh.
stuff to.
But the thing that got me was at first it was okay. This could be a bit of competition because I was okay with the first one. Second one, I really enjoyed.
That Forza.
Yeah, because everyone started you go online, everyone was drifting, and like, you know me.
Yeah,
I
you're a
love
massive
You
drifter.
could throw a car sideways, it goes brum 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 brum. Like
Sounds like a bad engine, that man.
no, but it sounds like it's gonna suffocate.
Yeah.
Like if you get me, because it's gas with air.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, like bear rubber and all that stuff. But
Trying not to be immature.
number 3 was.
I've just
It,
never...
it got drifting a bit more into it, but I don't know. It was weird, but number 4 was good for the drifting. I loved it because that's all I was going
Have you
like.
played 5? I've played 5.
To be honest, I think it's really shit.
Yeah.
From my
I'll-
my source, Scott Ambler.
It's not that it's bad,
It's a
it's
shout
like...
out to Scott Ambler, by the way. You know,
Yeah, if he bothers to listen.
Oh,
to
Vauxhall,
this.
of
And to
course,
Matty
Yeah.
Morris as well, because he's
I
part of this.
Will Banks.
Will Banks as
Yeah.
well, don't forget him. I just will say though, I think I've played Forza 5.
Yes, Steve.
And it's
of
got...
members.
Shut up! I have played Forza 5, and graphically, it's beautiful. It's so... I mean, the graphics are brilliant, but there's not enough cars, and there's not enough tracks.
I think-
And it's just... It's limited, and it's a shame, because
Yeah.
if you compare that to... GT6 is a better overall game. If you consider everything in...
Like the cars, the maps.
But I won't deny the physics and the graphics of Forza are amazing. But it's only got 200 cars. GT6 has got 1,200 cars. That's 1,000 more. And the fact that, you know, GT's got more tracks.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's got a couple of original ones that they've always had. And then
Yeah.
it's got the Ascari race circuit. They've got Bathurst, which Forza actually copied at the last minute from GT, because one of the GT graphics designers jumped ship to Forza to get onto that and get Forza that Bathurst track. And it's just, and online it's more serious. And I like, but it depends who you are, serious gameplay.
Yeah, but to be honest, look at me, like, I've always had an Xbox, you've always had a PlayStation. We'll say I started with PlayStation.
Everyone.
Did you start off
Everyone
with
started.
PlayStation?
You
Oh.
start.
Just that way.
Oh.
Well, he's younger than us. He is baby.
He's baby. Baba S.
Baba Moggy.
Baba S. yeah.
He's shit though.
Well done, he knows his fucking age. Go on, give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Claws? Has he got a claws to get out of his age? You were this age, you are now 2.
I've got speech impediment, you cunt. But,
Edit that bit out.
no, you won't have it. Basically, though, yeah, it's like on GT, you've got all these cars, which is amazing. I'll be honest, I'm not a massive GT fan. I've always loved Forza, but it's amazing. It's the variety you can get. All the GTRs, Nissan, the night car, the Jags,
And the Vision GT that they're doing with the futuristic cars, they've actually got manufacturers to design cars for the game, and then when the update comes out, they'll put that car in.
One is actually real. One is
The
real.
Mercedes AMG's real.
You can look at it on Jay Leno's garage.
I know.
Just this.
And it's amazing how Gran Turismo's come
Here,
along.
find the link for that. I'll send it to you. Look at the description.
Yeah,
for people that might be interested in it. But then you look at Forza. Like on yours, can you put any like rhinos or like, stickers?
I don't know, but I don't like
but
that.
On
I've never
Forza,
liked
you
that.
can do anything.
The thing,
I've managed to build cars and I've sold them like for stupid money. You know, 42,
Super
3,
Forza money.
4. I've sold them for like big money. The Fast and Furious cars and stuff like that. But to be fair, when it comes to the fun, I've got off Forza. I don't know, I think I've gone back to the old Need for Speed days. But due to a mechanical fault,
yeah, but I
the
was
ST laptop's down.
your laptop. Yeah, but that's no. We save that for another day.
No, I cracked it. Dropped it. So I can't own that. So at the minute I'm stuck on the likes of Mass Effect.
But what I will say is, the problem that I know didn't buy. What are you
saying
laughing at?
No, he just doesn't know what day is like. Okay.
The thing with Forza though, the thing that I hated about it was the way it went. We are a proper Suze gaming platform, and then they put vinyls and stuff in, and think, what? Why did you do? I mean, sure, GT prides itself on being a proper gaming simulator, but what's that? Oh yeah, we can mention that next week actually.
Yeah,
because that'll be the right time to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best thing we can come up. I think we've got one last thing to talk about. How'd you get on in the National? How'd you get on, Mikey?
Yeah, I had different conversations.
How did you get on in the National, Mikey?
I did that.
How did you get on in the National,
No,
Mikey?
seriously, I did that.
You did, because you asked me this before and you didn't.
No, I just asking. I didn't. I actually didn't. Your dad would think, "Oh, but you the slip. Do you want to go down bottom a bit?" I'm just kidding. More like
I'm looking at you thinking you bet and both your horses are falling and you're just not saying
no.
it. So,
My
ladies
dad
and gentlemen,
came third. My dad came third.
Dad came third as well. Yeah.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. No, I can't remember that one.
I've lost interest. Don't get me wrong.
The National's not what it was. It's not the same. It's not.
Everyone scrutinises them.
Is it over health and safety like other horses? But
Well, why do you scrutinise people that run it? They take injuries when they fall off the track or something.
that's not really the same.
No,
I think people tolerate human cruelty
greyhounds?
more than animals.
Yeah, but greyhounds, like, once they finish their racing career, half of them can't be put into families.
No.
It's like, I know someone personally who's tough on it. Lovely dog. It is a lovely dog. Pain in the ass, but it's a lovely dog. But it's one of them. They just can't make money.
I think
That's wrong. Because if you look at a dog fundamentally, say, be honest, I've always been flagging my mum to try and get on the dog. She's like, no. I'm not this and that. I wouldn't mind a dog, but it's expensive. It's a big responsibility, but people will just. It's got no use for it anymore.
The thing with the National, it's such a big event, and when those horses died a few years ago, everyone was on them. And if the National hadn't changed the fences, People have boycotted it. And you know, it's a sad thing because the National was so good. And the National, I mean, it used to take like 20 minutes of the horse. Now they've done in 10. It did half the time, and it's more like a sprint race now, the National, than anything else, which is sad really, because the National was just so good. So some of the stories from the National are brilliant. I've asked you, Moggy, how did you get on?
I got 21st, I think it was.
Woohoo! Came 5th. I did alright. Kept my top 5 going since 01. I was quite happy with that. You're just looking at me just like, yeah. No. I knew I should have picked, I should have. The thing before it though is like, the horse that came, that I picked, I should have, I had that between that and Balthazar King. And I wanted to pick Balthazar King, and I thought, oh, no, my dad did it last year and didn't do well. It came 2nd this year as well, didn't it? And I just thought, oh, I knew I should have. It should have picked. No, because it fell last year, you see. So.
Yeah, I know, but you say experience.
I had my hopes pinned on Rainbow Hunter, and that was. Rainbow Hunter! Yeah, I know. I had my hopes, and it fell, and I thought, you know what, it was in the perfect position for it to keep going. But, yeah, that, I think that's basically it. I think that's what we've got so far. Unless you've got anything else you want to say.
Like I said earlier, you know, like when you're saying yes, you generally, the whole intro stuff, like when you speaking off the snippet the other day, here's the reason, you know, like, you said the reasons, didn't you? Why we want to do this. Yeah. But to think 6 months it took us to get a fucking microphone and a program.
No, the Audacity's going. No, it's not that. It's like, the reason why it took so long is because you came up with the idea, I disagreed. And then I came up with the idea, you disagreed. And then finally we both agreed on it, and now we're here. And it's only, in fairness, it's only took us 2 weeks.
Probably that.
Well, okay, a month. It's like a month since we agreed on what we were going to do. And that's great.
It's talking about it though, isn't it? It's like, I mean, oh guys, you don't want to go, hey.
There's talking about it.
You don't want to go to random people, like, hey, you're into podcasts. Come listen to our podcast. Yeah, I'm not some fucking weirdo talking about random shit each week, yeah? Like, look at the likes of, named Corey Coleman and Mark Thomas, great guys. Yeah, great guys. One of my fourth likes of, Derek Shelby, Riley Johnson, and Anna, all them.
You know, the thing that's annoying me right now is that people are going to start thinking you're the chair of this podcast, and you're just not. That's what's going to wind me up.
Who is the chair?
I am the chair. I do the intro and finish.
But, yeah.
And now we're there. Now we're in the realm. Well, I wouldn't say we're in the realm of the greats, but we're not.
We'll get there. We'll get there one day.
You know, we get every couple of listeners helps.
So
yeah, that's basically our podcast.
What about Moggy? He's just fucking going further. Yeah, Mark, just shut the fuck up.
No, Moggy didn't want to say anything.
What? Speak, Mark. Just speak, mate. Speak.
Moggy's happy. Right. So
speak.
You do realise you're gonna have to edit that bit out. But so see, yeah,
got him talking.
Right. If you want to reach us on if you want to reach us on Twitter or on SoundCloud or wherever, you can go to Mikey's Twitter page, which is, what's your Twitter handle?
Twitter.com
/
Mikey Keating, capital XD.
Capital XD. Moggy probably doesn't know.
It's the Lewis.
If you find Mikey, you'll find Moggy.
My friend, Mr. Millington.
Mine is at JackTM53. You can also, we've got a Facebook page. You can go like it. It's under the name of the S team. Hopefully, we'll be doing another one of these next week. If you're up for it.
Just me, yeah.
If Moggy can make it, yeah. Oh, well, Moggy will just be like silent lip.
Why don't you just be our sound producer? Just sit there.
Put you in the credits, even though there's no credits on SoundCloud.
Just like that, just like sitting in the back. You guys keep going now.
Okay, so yeah, great stuff. That's been our show today. Thanks for listening if you've actually bothered.
It's the first of many. I hope
for the first of many, yeah, definitely. And
hope to get more guests anytime soon. If anyone wants to, just give us a shout, yeah.
Yeah, and basically that's it. Thanks very much for listening. We've been the S Team.